What's good? Welcome to the Peachfuzz podcast episode. Do you know what? We're just not even doing episodes anymore. Where the fuck have you been, Ryan? Like, that's your question. I know you've all been dying for this. The return. Y'all probably thought I was dead. In fact, you probably didn't. I've been fucking busy. That's it. Realistically, that's busy. I'm gonna shut my laptop screen down. I don't want to see a time on this. I just kind of want to ramble, to be honest. It's fucking weird, yeah. What have I been up to? I moved house. Yeah. Not like with people, like on my own. I just moved out. With the financial situation that I'm in, I can just afford to be in my own place. I feel fucking nervous. I don't know why. Maybe it's like 1 a.m. and I have neighbours either side of me because I moved to an apartment block. But I feel like I'm doing my first podcast again. It's weird. It's a weird feeling, just doing a podcast in my own place. I'm looking around and just having a minute to take all this in. Like, I'm in my own setup. Sorry if the audio is poxy, by the way. I'm recording in my kitchen, which is also my sitting room, and it's just one big basic block, if you get me. So I've actually ordered soundproof pads and a green screen to just up the quality of everything. So expect that in like fucking February. I don't know. I got off Wish. Like, what can you expect? But yeah, I moved out. Everyone is just like, how the fuck are you doing that? Like, are you not scared? Is it not weird living on your own? Is it not stressful? And honestly, it's pretty similar to living kind of, it's like living with your family, I guess. Well, for my situation it was, because I did everything for myself anyway, so moving out wasn't really a problem. Like, stuff like cooking isn't a skill. You can Google every recipe and get instructions on how to make it within minutes. Cooking isn't a hard thing, but you know what is hard? Having the motivation to cook after doing an 8-hour day and finishing at 10 o'clock, like, that is hard. Like, stuff like that. It's the small things, like the insignificant things that would just be grand if you were living like with your family, that you miss. Like cleaning isn't bad. It's just getting the motivation to do it. Like, the other day I was up at like 2 a.m. and I was just bored, so sorry, I had to take a little vape. Now. I'm a fucking loser. I don't smoke because I just had a realization that it was pretty fucking gross, to be honest. So I quit that shit cold turkey. I wasn't addicted to it, because if I was addicted to it, I'd find it hard to quit, if you get me. But I didn't. I was just like, I don't really want to smoke anymore. I'm so weird with stuff like that. Like, I haven't smoked weed in about 2 months, probably. I just don't. I don't know. I don't find stuff like that addicting. I'm thankful for it. I really am, because if I found drugs or alcohol addicting, holy shit, I'd be such a junkie. But no, I don't find those things addicting. So yeah, I vape now. I feel surprisingly a lot better. I didn't think it would change much. I didn't smoke a lot. I smoked a bit, but vaping is like, you can vape anywhere. I really quit smoking because where I work, like, I work with retail. I'm not gonna give shops or anything. Don't want you to fucking come in and dox me, but I work with retail, so you don't want to like go out for a fight and then go in and you have to like wash your hands, and then you're still gonna smell like shit. Like, if I want, I can just go out, have a vape and walk back in. No one even notices. I smell better, probably, more than likely. But yeah, that's it really. I'm putting my phone down. I'm not gonna look at that. I have a couple of questions, but let's just talk for a minute. How have you been? leave a comment with your parents' credit card number and the fucking security thing on the back and the expiration date, and just tell me how you've been. I feel like I'm radiating BDE. BDE is big dick energy. It's just, you just feel calm, confident and cool about everything. Like, since I've gotten this place, I don't know. I feel like a lot of stress that was in my life before is just completely vanished. I don't know why. Very personal reasons. Don't have to get into it on a podcast. You don't know me that well. You haven't even bought me a drink yet. But yeah, I felt bad for fucking neglecting the podcast, to be honest. And I was just sitting here, played a couple of games with Rocket League with my I don't know what the word for that would be, because we're in a duo together. My co-found my one of my best friends and co-founder of my rap duo called Niche. Yes, I've also started making music. If you haven't heard that, we promote the shit out of it. If you haven't heard our music, we go with Niche. It's on YouTube. I'll put a link in the description. I'll put a title card up now. I'll play a bit of our song now.
Are you saying come at me, boy, you great, need the motherfucking name, don't you say that shit in vain. What you saying, are you saying come at me, boy, you great, need the motherfucking name, don't you say that shit in vain.
Yeah, we have 4 songs out. Actually no, we'll have 5 out by the time this comes out here, probably Monday. And yeah, I'm really enjoying doing that, and a lot of you seem to enjoy it as well. We're getting really good views on all of the songs. The first one has over 1100. Then the rest of them have in between the 2s and the 500 mark on them. And yeah, that's really fun. That was a different kind of feedback, to be honest. I remember I talked about feedback on the second podcast. I didn't really get that because I started making like YouTube videos and stuff. I don't know, the channel just kind of did its own thing. I don't want to format it again. I don't want to structure it. I enjoy making the content that I make now, so I'm happy with that. But yeah, I don't know. When I was putting out my first song, which I suppose you would be nervous putting out your first song, I didn't know. I was so hesitant because like it's not like a podcast. Everyone has heard you talk. So if you put out a podcast, it's not that strange. Maybe it's strange that you're doing a podcast, but well, nowadays everyone on their fucking ma has a podcast. Everyone just fucking sees the opportunity to make money and they're like, oh, I can do this. No one does it for the passion anymore. Only me. I'm fucking joking, by the way. Yeah, but putting out music, like no one has heard us sing or rap or any of that. And like kind of spending the guts of a year trying to formulate it and like really learn how to do it properly before we put stuff out was really beneficial. Like, oh my god, it was so beneficial. The stuff we were making in February, yes, this dates as far back as February, even though we put out our first song on the 28th of September. It's crazy to see how far we've come, even though our first one is pretty good, and I can't wait a year down the line to see what I've done, to be honest. I don't know where I want the music to take me, to be honest. I enjoy doing it, and I'd love to perform music. It's having, like, let's say someone sends you a Snapchat streak and your song's playing in the background. Like, it's fucking bewildering. I've never had an experience like that. It's not like someone's listening to your podcast, because a podcast, you listen to it once, you say fuck that, you discard it. You listen to it in your car, you say fuck that, you discard it. Music, like, people are listening to it fucking regularly. Like, we have a regular listener base. The views go up every single day, and like, thanks, of course, thank you for that if you listen to the music. If not, links in the description, card on the top of the screen. I'll put the feature channel at the end of the video. But yeah, it really is just it's different gravy, to be honest with you. Someone asked me a question. They said, did you see your life going this way? And I don't know what they meant like by that. Like, did they I don't know if they meant, did you see yourself like moving out at 19 and working? I suppose there only is one way to do that. No, I didn't see my life like this. I thought I'd be in college by now, to be honest. I didn't go to college. I've been over this, I think, 100 times on the podcast. College is a lot of bollocks, to be honest with you. I think you are all kind of realising that now. A lot of you want to drop out. Don't drop out. Unless you really want to drop out, don't drop out. I'll tell you what's wrong with you, to be honest. You're all entitled little pricks who think everything should be handed to you. Me thought college was going to be handy, or else you were told to go to college, so you did it. And now no one's telling you what to do. No one's making sure you have your assignments done. No one is changing your nappy before you go in, and you are shitting yourselves. and it's everywhere. You've made a mess all over the floor, and you just can't keep up with the workload, and you're stressed, and you're smoking, and you're overeating junk food, and you have to take 4-hour buses every day up and back, and you're hating it. I feel for you. That's why I started working. I have routine. I know I go in, go to work, get paid at the end of the month. I know that's there. That's my routine. I get different hours, but it's always going to be the same thing. It's a constant, and I'm happy with that. I'm happy with having some sort of routine in my life because it keeps me sane. Like over the summer, I was out doing things with my friends, which is fine, but in school I had no routine because I didn't give a fuck about school. I wasn't getting paid to go there, so I didn't care about it. I didn't study for the leaving cert. I didn't do my homework. I didn't do work in class. Sat there drawing fucking I don't know. I just draw on copy pages. And even in art class, I hated art class because it was so formulated and structured, and I thought the fucking teacher was a knob. But now that I'm out of school, like, I feel so much more mature. Like, honestly, the work environment is so much healthier than the school environment. No one's judging you because you're all there and you're all on the same level doing the same thing. Obviously, you have your managers and your assistant managers and your fucking this and your that, but you're all doing your part to make sure, like, you all get paid. Because if I don't do my part, someone else can't do their part, which means that we can't make money, which means that we can't generate money to pay staff. And you know, I just like it's there's so much teamwork in it. I work retail. I probably sound like such a fucking gimp, but yeah, I just enjoy doing that, and I enjoy coming home, cooking myself a meal, going to bed, and then maybe I'll have a day off and I'll go and record music with Riley. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll go out. I'm going out tomorrow. Maybe I'll get a haircut. Maybe I won't. Like, just living on your own is, the freedom is just insane. Like, watch this. Watch. I just blew an O in the microphone. Watch me break my microphone. But yeah, having that money in your pocket and just the freedom is really crazy. Like Tinder when you're single and you're 19 and you have your own place. It's like you're after buying fucking gems on Clash of Clans. That's what it's like. You can just do whatever you want, like, basically. And if any of you have ever played a phone game, it's basically like buying the currency of the currency that costs real money to get you further in the game. It's like that. Like, I literally win the first 3 texts. It's like I have my own place. Like, they're either gonna be here tomorrow or the next day, and that's not an exaggeration. God damn, your boy's living good. Basically, your boy's living good. We've been talking for 14 minutes, just chatting the shit. I'm not even gonna cut this one up. I'm just gonna let it be natural. But did I see my life going like this? No. I'll tell you what I did see my life going like. I thought I'd be in college for media studies or broadcasting or fucking some sort of thing that would eventually lead to RTE or Virgin Media. It used to be called TV3, but Virgin Media now. Because I knew I wanted to make stuff, but then when I was 16, I went to RTE and I done work experience. Fun day, like, I really enjoyed it, but it wasn't what I wanted to do at all. There was no freedom. Like, I couldn't do what I wanted to do. There was no making involved. It was so structured. Like, your next move was planned 4 weeks ago before you even did it. You know what I mean? Long days, just doing the same thing every day to make, like, shitty TV. Like, RTE should be gone. It should be fucking long gone. It has no good content, and trying to up the price of a TV license, like, fuck off. I need a TV license because I have a laptop and an iPhone. Oh yeah, because I definitely have used RTE player on, like, oh my god. Like, the last thing I watched on the RTE player, actually no, I watched it on YouTube. I watched a YouTube rip of it in like 480p. I watched the Young Offenders show, which was actually pretty good because they got, like, as much, I could tell that they pleaded with RTE to get, like, as much creative freedom as they could to make the show that they wanted to make. And yeah, they did it. They did a pretty good job. I could tell it, like, if it was picked up by like Netflix or something, or like funded as a web show, it would have been so much better. They would have had way much more freedom. Oh, like Netflix original stuff that they have funded is actually really fucking good. Like shows like Narcos and American Vandal, they're all really good shows because they can all just do what they want to do. They've only been given the budget and the platform by Netflix, which, hey, like, I actually bought Netflix. I've never had Netflix before, like 3 weeks ago. I love Netflix. It's fucking really good. Movie selection's a bit crap. Get yourself a VPN. Get on the American one. The American one has better movies, but the British one, which is the one that we use, has better shows, like actual shows. The American one's pretty lackluster in that department. But yeah, I'm enjoying Netflix. I'm enjoying Spotify Premium. I bought that for myself. I have Wi-Fi. I have my own Wi-Fi. It's so quick. And yeah, Spotify Premium, that's just something you take for granted. I want to get our music on Spotify, but I can't because you have to sign to a label. You're like, of course you can't sign to a label, Ryan. Anyone can sign to a label. You can go online and not even have music and sign to a label. The only thing is they take commission even if you don't make money, which is grand because they can't take anything if you make zero. But let's say one day I do make money off my music. What do I do then? I'm not giving money to like they have 20% of my brand just so they could distribute my music to Spotify, which is stupid. Anyone should be able to distribute to Spotify once it gets cleared that it's actually music or a podcast, because you can put podcasts on Spotify now, which you know, whatever you want to do, but I don't get it. I really don't. The world is crazy. The world's a kip. Fucking hell. I hate how PC everything is. Like, I've noticed it myself. I've been so much more conscious of like what I say and how I say it, and that sounds so like ignorant and fucking what's the word I'm thinking of? Obnoxious. It sounds so obnoxious. Like, yeah, of course you should watch what you say, but like jokes that I would have happily made last year, I'm kind of like, can I say that? You know what I mean? It's weird. I feel like I'm chatting the ear off you. I feel like after getting back from Australia, like, remember when everyone left in the fucking recession? They all went to Australia. They're all like, oh yeah, steady. And they're slowly coming back now. I don't know why. There's nothing for you now. You're not going to be able to afford a gaff. Drink prices gone up. Smoking prices gone up. Like, fucking stay in fucking Melbourne, mate. It's really not worth it coming back here. Yeah, but I feel like I'm after coming back from Australia. Have a nice tanned arms, and I'm just chatting the ear off you in the old local that I used to go to. It does. At the start I was nervous, but I feel good about making this podcast. I like when you just get those little bursts of, yeah, I'm gonna do that, and then you actually go and do that. And I like making these just like little commuter podcasts, like maybe 20-25 minutes is just chatting your ear off, you know what I mean? Anything else going on? I don't want to wrap it up at 18 minutes. Because we're not going to cut it. We're just going to have nice, clear audio, and we're just, like, as I said 100 times, listen to this in your car. Like, it's just a commuter's podcast. That's what it's for. What do I want to talk about? Oh, someone asked me what's my favourite JoJo's. I'm expecting none of you will know what that is. Maybe 4 years. I have 117 subs actually. I'm glad that you all stayed. But my favourite JoJo's is Part 5, and my favourite JoJo is Jotaro. So go Google that if you're interested. But yeah, you all stayed. Like, I think 2 people unsubbed, but then we gained 2 subs as well, which is ridiculous. Like, we haven't made content in 2 months, which I do apologise for. I was in the verge of fucking moving. Like, you don't realise how difficult that is. Like, some of you are like, oh, I moved out, I live with my college mates now. Like, you burn pans making noodles. Like, you don't put noodles in pans. I seen that on someone's story. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to talk about college kids, because I'm looking at all these freshers. I just did air quotes, which is just where you get your index and your middle finger and you just go up and down. Yeah, I did air quotes. I was like, if you just look like nonces. You actually just look like knobs, to be honest. Not all is, just some is. Like the stories and just the way you go on about college, you describe it the way a first year describes 6 years, or the way the first year describes going to a new school. They're like, Mr. Timothy, he's gonna go crazy because I didn't do my math homework. Like, that's something you'd hear in first year. And when you were in 6th year, you're like, oh, shut up. Like, you don't even have to do your homework. You don't have to do that. You sound the exact same as first years. You do. Like, you're all going around with your laptops and your fucking coffee. And you think the whole world hates you. We do. The working world hates college kids. They actually honestly do. Everyone I work with has either dropped out of college, is taking a year off, which is going to be way longer than a year because I can tell, or they just never went and they have no intention of going. College really isn't your fucking every and only option. And if you're thinking of dropping out, you can drop me a DM, to be honest. Like, I'll try and help you out any way I can, because you shouldn't drop out. Like, if you're doing something you enjoy and you're just finding it hard, fucking push through it. If you're passionate enough about going to college, as passionate as you were in 6th year when you were chatting shy about it, thinking you're the dog's bollocks going to college, and I was a dumbass because I wasn't going to college, and everyone looked at me in a weird light because when the careers guidance counsellor fucking said, what you doing? I said, I don't know, I'm not going to college though. They're like, ooh, would you not go for like this random bollocks and that random bollocks? No, I wouldn't waste my money, wouldn't waste my time. Time's precious. I fucking, time is what you have the littlest thing of. Like, it's the only finite resource. You can make more money, you can regain energy, love, friendship, happiness, all that. That's all fucking, it fluctuates. It goes up and down, depending on the day, depending on anything. Time is something you can never get back. You can never get more time. And if you went to college just to go to college, or you went to college because you thought that's what you did, you're after wasting 4 years of your life. And with that, I'm going to end this podcast before I waste any more of your time. I hope this podcast took you from, like, let's say, nice to crumbling. Maybe that. Like, if there's no traffic, you probably got to nice and crumbling and listen to this podcast. And if you did, happy birthday to you. Go listen to me music, niche. And yeah, add me on PSN. Ciao.